That's so
Okay,
pretty.
so for this tutorial, you're going to need just a few things that you can find anywhere. You're going to need a little thin shower curtain, you're going to need your texture, and you're going to need your frame. This is a hat box hat. There's the hat box. I found it at a bin store. These stones I found at Dollar Tree, and this liner, Dollar Tree. So I try to find all of my supplies cheapest way possible, just because resin is so expensive. All of the things to use around the resin should be on the cheaper end, especially if you're trying to sell these things. So essentially what I'm doing now is just putting down this vinyl piece to protect this mold. I want to be able to reuse it, and I don't want resin everywhere, and this is where my texture rocks are going to go on top of. I'm just trying to arrange the stones in a way that will give this particular form shape. Usually what I do is just kind of spread it completely throughout the mold. So that's what I did in my rainbow piece, completely covered that entire mirrored surface with my texture. So texture can be anything. It doesn't have to be these black stones. It can literally just be like plastic gems, plastic, anything from Dollar Tree. Literally anything can be texture. So really start thinking way beyond your traditional silicone molds, because once you understand resin, you can do so much with it. And that's when the fun really begins. So this is me trying to get it done. Okay, so now that I'm trying to figure this piece out, what I end up going with is essentially this. I remembered I had tubing, and then I started thinking completely different from what I've done with my other texture pieces, is adding in kind of these divider areas so that I can do something even more unique. And I've also gone ahead and glued some of my stones onto little popsicle sticks in there and glued some of the stones together, because a lot of times the resin will make your texture shift. So if you absolutely want things to stay, find a way to glue them to each other or to something that you can still remove from the mold, but that the resin has to go around. So what you're seeing me do right now is giving the resin room to kind of mold into this frame. If you leave it too taut, what's going to happen is the resin's just going to sit on top, and eventually it could just pour out of the mold, and that's what you absolutely don't want to happen. So you want to press it into the mold to give it enough depth room to be able to give you texture. And always keep in mind too that the texture amount depends on how much you fill this mold and what you do with it. I just pour clear resin completely over the entire thing. That's my process. Again,